know probably nobody's going to see this, but that's okay. This is me, myself, and I. If you are watching, please subscribe, like, and share. Let's see here. Where did I left off? No fridge. Got fridge up working again. Yay. We got the quote on the Connex. And let's go over the quote if I can find it. Let's see here. Is it? Yeah. So 20-foot container, one trip estimate is $3,950. Set up and delivery, since we're over 50 miles from them, is $1,350. Miscellaneous, interior wall build, container doors, welded frame with a 42 man door with a window. Wooden exterior drywall. We actually said we don't want drywall. $2,050. And then windows installed, 3 on each side, 13 inches from the top rib. This includes labor and materials, but the 42-inch door and windows are not included yet. That's going to be $2,500. Miscellaneous, windows from home department, depending on the price, is $600. There it is, $672.21. Man door is going to be $1,900. Customer loyal discount. We get a discount because we bought from them. So it's going to be over, just barely over $10,000. $10,222.21. Sales tax of $269.80. So I have to tell my husband, she did include the price in this, because he was saying that doesn't include the price. She's got the price in here. So, but that's ours. We have to go and pay some money for it to get started, but there's already 2 people ahead of us, which is fine. You know, so we got that. We got the refrigerator going. If you're anywhere in Uriton, Dayton, Silver Springs, and you have an issue with an RV, call Roundup. He's out of Uriton. I think his name is Chad. He is very sweet, very nice guy, very knowledgeable. It wasn't anything really major so far wrong with our fridge. It was just a little adjustment. He thinks from moving it a half a mile, it kind of got jarred a little bit. So he did some adjustment. He checked everything. And And so it's to temperature. He says it'd probably take almost 24 hours to get it to temperature, but it's to temperature. What other? What other thing? We got the gravel. It's down except for the big rocks. So we're supposed to be what's our temperature? We're actually 79 degrees. We're supposed to be at 104 today. 102 tomorrow. 98 Monday, 100, 103, 104. Next Friday, 103. Saturday, 103, 100. 99 on the coming Monday. Not this Monday, coming Monday. Monday out. 96. Then we're back down to the 90s for a while. So that's going to be exciting. So our neighbor has a swollen foot. That's all I'm going to say about it. He should went into emergency room when it happened, but he didn't. He's going to wait till the 4th because it's doctor's appointment. Okay, whatever. But he can't get down to do his chickens, so he ordered a coop, which will be here on the 3rd. We will get it set up, and we will move his chickens up here so we can take care of his chickens. And until he's on his feet, then we'll take him back down there. So, because I have a feeling he's going to be out not wanting to walk down or less than he knows. But sometimes really smart people do some really stupid, non-common sense stuff. But that's okay. But that's basically where we are right now. We are doing well. Not ready for the heat. You know, it's the funniest thing because I go to bed. And each time I go to bed, I wake up, like go to the bathroom. I always want to look out the window and see the trees. And I get disappointed every single time and seeing the desert. I have not told anybody this, but yeah. I mean, there's pretty views out here, and there is trees out here, but not trees. You know, and at night you expect to open up, you know, to look outside and see a tree like in your front yard or close by. No, they're far in a distance where it's kind of hard to see at night unless the moon's shining just right and you can see them. So I do have a tree growing. I thought it died, but it's coming back with leaves. So that's actually a good thing. And Libby's snoring. So what else? I planted potatoes. I had these potatoes that were kind of soft, but they had growing roots. So I just decided to throw them in the ground. Because if they grow by late October, early November, before the first freeze or frost, we could pull them out and have some potatoes. I didn't realize that you can have 2 seasons of potatoes. So we'll see if this works. If not, oh well. Way I see it, well, they break down and they'll break down into the soil and help the soil. So one way or the other, you know. Once they start growing up, I have a thing that will actually, hopefully, it'll keep the little critters away and keep a little bit of shade on the leaves for a while so they don't burn. So, but yeah. What else? Not much except doing laundry by hand. That's a chore. That's anywhere from a 2 to 4 hour chore. But one of these days I'll actually have something that's not electricity that I can like crank and rinse out and agitate and all the other stuff that they do. And then hang it up on the line so it get done faster. Because right now I'm not, my hands like on pants aren't strong enough to wring them out tightly. So they drip, 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 drip. So it takes them a little bit longer. But I mean, in this type of heat and weather, it doesn't take long. And that's about it. Outside of watching a couple of, they're dark colored though, dragonflies flying around. But I kind of wanted to look up something why I'm not on here, but I'm thinking about it. Those cameras. What are they called? Something cameras. Flock cameras. Facts. Here we go. Myths and facts. Boundaries are important. No facial regulations and predict policy. Identified. Are they tracking you? Flocks. Public vehicle information. So Flocks defaults to 30-day data recreation. This is actually on flocksafety.com, and I'm not seeing. I thought it was more of a question ask. So let's go back here. And because one of the things that people are saying is they can, if a car has Bluetooth, it goes in and Bluetooth in and gets your information. So let's see. Standard: do not connect to your car Bluetooth or use your cell phone by pulling in personal data. They operate optical, so they only do the cameras, capture external photos and vehicles, license plates and vehicles, curious, so like the model and the color. So they do capture your license plates, number, state, vehicle, make, model, color, unique features like a bumper sticker or dent. They operate off of a cell's tower. No local devices pairing. Do not pair with, log into, or extra data from your personal phone or car Bluetooth. Emerging third-party tech versus Flock. Okay. Single tracking concept, separating tracking systems like military or special contractors add-ons such as single trace online to combine roadside cameras and wireless single sensors to sniff out a nearby Bluetooth or Wi-Fi address. Flock official scopes. Flock Safety has maintained that their hardware is strictly built for vehicle identifications. Optic image does not utilize facial recognition or wireless devices scanning. So there. It does not, the Flocks do not find Bluetooths and take Bluetooth through Bluetooth and Wi-Fi off of your phone, information off of your phone, your personal information off your phone, or your car. All it does is it does your license plates, checks out, finds the information it needs for a model, figures out the year of your car, and if there's a dent, a sticker to identify your car. That's all it does. So all of this stuff of telling you, telling you all of this, I read it. I mean, they're going to get there. They probably have something there, but it's not the Flock cameras. So we read it and we did it and everything. So, much great. So, I wanted to pop in here, let you guys know, since I didn't pop in here yesterday. I was kind of had my hands full because yesterday I did part of my laundry. At the first sign of light yesterday, did half of my laundry. The guy came out for my refrigerator. Just a recap. This is just a recap. And what else did we do? Something else I did before it got hot. Then my husband got home. We went over to the state park here, took showers. We pay for a yearly pass so we could have access to the showers. They got really nice showers, and it's nice and warm and nice. The only thing I don't like about it is when it's too hot and you go in there and you start running the showers and you get out, you start sweating. It's like, oh man, I'm supposed to be cool, but that's okay. You know. And what else did we do? We went and got ice. Turn on the swamp cooler. I can run the swamp cooler as long as our Jackery is 100%. I can run the swamp cooler for about just a little bit over 4 hours. We actually probably ran it a little bit longer because I told my husband, I said, run it to this percentage on the Jackery and we need to shut it off. He didn't. Finally, I went ahead and shut it off. Now it's going to be extra, and we're going to be above 100. And he's going to say, oh, I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to go, no, because it ain't going to be 100%. Now we got to wait longer. So, yeah, yesterday we came home and I filled it up with a little bit of ice so it'd be cool. Get a phone call, friend called, talk to her. My husband just sat here like, it's like the ice is melting in the thing. I put it in there for a reason. Turn it on. He didn't. So while I'm talking to her, I shut the door. He goes, oh, you wanted this turned on? I go, yeah. Because this is the hottest part of the day. So, it's like sometimes he doesn't have a clue. Just like him working at Dollar General. Yeah. That's the way their paychecks are too. And the way they work their employees. Generally $1. That's all you're gonna get. It's generally $1. You know. So his boss is the daughter of one of our good friends. And she always tells us that her daughter appreciates Tim and relies on Tim, but she doesn't really act like she does. I think sometimes she does that just to, because she knows that we're good friends with her mom, I think. I don't know, but whatever. But, you know, I get it. Tim says, well, I spend more time with you. If I get another job and it's 5 days a week, I said, but you have 2 days. There you go. You have 2 days off. Instead of one here, one there, and then you have to be at work at 2 or maybe at 5 to closing. your schedule's totally off. Set you on a right schedule, you'll actually rest better, and your body can recover faster from it, especially getting older. So, and I don't mind being here in the evenings. You know, if he has to work like 6, 7, 8 o'clock, I don't mind that. But when it's past 10, when he gets home, I don't sleep very well. And another thing too is that I almost told this to her mom. I go, next time Tim has to work till closing, Kim better go and make sure he has. She better fix him something after he gets off work. She wants him to close. She needs to start bringing him something to eat after work. I'm just saying. And I don't mind doing that, but then that takes it longer for us to get into bed. And we're usually up at the crack of dawn. So of him, basically, we can't sleep in. We tried to sleep in and it doesn't work. And we're tired. And we try to take a nap and that doesn't work. And we still get up the same time, even if we go to bed at midnight. We're still up at the crack of dawn. And it's like, lady, you're crazy. That's all I got to say for it. Why couldn't we go back to the store opens at this time, closes at this time, and then you have a group of people that works in the morning, and you have a group of people that works in the afternoons or at night, or go 8-hour shifts in the morning and then 8-hour shifts, kind of overlap them, 8 hours at night. You'd have less employees. You would have less employees moving on someplace, and they have them all have a certain day off. Like, let's use my husband as an example. Like today, he has to be there at 6. Okay, 6 to what? 3? Yeah, about 3. 3:30, with a lunch. Okay. Then you have someone come in at noon. Yeah. At noon, take an hour lunch before Tim leaves, the people that's in there in the morning leaves. And you work them, they'll have an 8-hour shift too. See? So if you have 3 or 4 people at each shift, that's 8 people a day. And then you go, you might have 3 instead of 2. I mean, 3, how you have it set up when one's taking a couple of days off. So you can overlap it, because there's going to be days that that's going to be really slow, where you just need 2 people there. morning or night. But then you have like Tim has Sundays and Mondays off, or Saturdays and Sundays off. You know, then you have another person take, maybe like a Monday and a Tuesday off, and you just keep them at the same schedule. This way you don't have to worry about it. They show up. You'd find out that a lot of people would show up more and not call in and everything else. So, but that's the way it used to be. That's the way it should be. People just got over corporates. Their thoughts must have been someone stupid that decided that this would work better, which in reality it doesn't. Because there's not really no loyalty, no nothing anymore. You go and you work it. If you don't like it, you just quit. Go to another one. But anyways, it's past a half hour now, and now I'm rambling on. So I will see you. I'm going to try to do it next Friday at probably, let's do at 8. Next Friday at 8 alive. And I still got to work on that video about walking from our place down to the state park. So I need to work on that maybe this coming week, I hope. So till next week on Friday at 8 o'clock, hopefully, cross your fingers, like, subscribe, or dislike, make a comment, tell me what you like to see, what you don't like to see, if you don't want to see me no more, whatever you want to comment. Just put a smiley face, put an upset face, put a mad face in the comments. Okay, talk to you later.